Hey, it's me, Bobbert, and I'm going to do discussion videos on my thoughts on the new Sonic Boom game and TV show. I'm doing this unscripted, so if I forget few details here and there, I'm doing this on the top of my head. I apologize in advance. Now, what you're looking right here on the screen is the new Sonic character models. Now, before I go into the character models themselves, I just want to say that well, according to Sega of America, that this isn't really a reboot, but more of a different continuity. Kind of like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You got the old ones in the 80s and 90s, and the 4Kids one, and the new one in Nickelodeon. So this is kind of like that in a way. And now onto the character models. Now, Tails are normal, no problem. Amy, kind of same thing, no problem. Although I hear that she looks kind of skinnier compared to, let's say, the one in Sonic Lost World, because that's the newest one. Sonic looks great. Notice he added the handkerchief or a scarf, whatever that is. I get into the detail about that once I talk more about the game. Knuckles is obviously the most different between his old model and this new model. At first, I was kind of weirded out and didn't think this will work. But now, as time goes by, I'm way more accepting. I mean, I preferably wouldn't have gone that far. I mean, I'll probably make him a little bit better, but this is like Hulkamania buff. Knucklemania's running wild. Now I accept the new character models. I think they're pretty alright. I still try to get used to Knuckles a little bit, but for the most part, I have no problem with all the changes because pretty much the majority of them is pretty minor. Now on to the TV show since there's not much to talk about. Now if you saw the TV show trailer, you notice that Dr. Eggman's design is really different. Sorry if I don't have a picture up there right now, but pretty much just replace his fat belly with kind of a Knuckles physique. He's kind of buff as well, which is again something else I need to get used to. But for some reason, I didn't find it as weird as Dr. Robotnik, but I mean Dr. Eggman. But that's just me. Now the TV show, and I'm also assuming the game as well, will have the same voice actor as in Sonic Lost World and Sonic Colors. I think everybody pretty much I heard their voice like Dr. Eggman in the TV trailer, Tails as well, Sonic in both the TV trailer and the game, Knuckles in the game by itself. But I never really heard Amy's voice yet. To be honest, I kind of hope they switch the voice actor with back to Lisa Ortiz from the 4Kids one. For those wondering who Lisa Ortiz is, she was pretty much Amy Rose's voice actor from I think 2003 and 2009. Well, she was pretty much the voice actor for the Sonic X TV show. That's the one I'm talking about. As for the Sonic Boom TV trailer, there's not much to talk about since they only show one scene. And the one I want to talk about the most is the video game trailer, since I'm a video game reviewer and that's the one I'm most interested in. It shows off a lot more. But anyways, the Sonic Boom TV game, I mean, yeah, the video game, it's, well, for the first time, and not counting the Sonic spin-off games, that this Sonic game is not being developed by Sonic Team themselves, but a new company called Big Red Button Entertainment. Now, Big Red Button Entertainment is a relatively new company, but it does have some people who has a lot of experience with video games. One of them worked with Naughty Dog, like the Crash Bandicoot series on the original PlayStation, the Jack and Daxter series, and I believe he also worked on the first Uncharted game, but not the rest. And the other developer, I forgot the company he works for, but he pretty much worked on Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. I think that was the newest Sly Cooper game, but it does have some experience in, and the game looks pretty good. Now the gameplay is, well, most people compare it to Sonic Heroes since, well, that's the only game that allows you to control multiple characters at one time. But to me, it kind of reminds me of that Ratchet and Clank four-player game. I think it was All for One. But anyways, they look great, and each characters have their own special ability. Now, pretty much all the characters has the gameplay are pretty similar to the Sonic Adventure series gameplay. Like Sonic can run really fast, do homing attack, and can perform some punches and kicks as well. Tails can use his tails to fly for a brief period of time, and he can also shoot lasers, so it's pretty much kind of a combination between his Adventure 1 gameplay and Adventure 2 gameplay. Knuckles can climb on walls. I'm assuming he can glide, beat stuff up with his fist. And Amy is pretty much like her Sonic Adventure 1 gameplay, but I'm assuming she's also faster based on the trailer and has a more variety of moves. And she can also use her hammer to, well, it's kind of hard to explain without showing the footage, but she can use it to pole vault from one place to another. I know it's kind of confusing, but I recommend you go check out the gameplay trailer. It's pretty neat, and that's pretty much it for the gameplay. Now, this game's running on the CryEngine 4, which, I mean, 3. Sorry, 4 is the new one, but CryEngine 3, which was rumored not to work on the Wii U, but apparently this proves it wrong. Oh yeah, this game is exclusive to the Wii U and 3DS, making it the third Sonic exclusive game for Nintendo. Now, my thoughts on the Sonic Boom video game. I'm pretty excited for it. I'm glad Sega is doing something very different in the Sonic series. For the most part, all the Sonic games, again, not counting the spin-off games, it's just pretty much playing Sonic by itself. It's just fine, but now it's time to get all the supporting characters a bigger part and be able to play with them again, just like in Sonic Adventure series. Now, I'm pretty excited for it, and for the most part, pretty much all the Sonic fans, well, the majority of them, are pretty excited too, because I was kind of ready. For those of you who are familiar with the Sonic base, they're, well, to say it in the nicest way as possible, they're pretty hard to please, and, well, not in a good way. They like to nitpick a lot, pretty much. But for the most part, every Sonic fan, or at least the one I know, are pretty positive, and I'm glad for that. Even though some didn't say that they found someone that are pretty negative about the game, which not surprised there, but for the most part, I haven't really found anybody. And even if you are negative, that's fine. I mean, I'm not saying that those who are negative about the game are wrong. It's just, well, every time I hear about those quote-unquote Sonic fans being negative about a new Sonic game, it's usually the nitpicky kind. But for the most part, most of the fans are excited. I am too, and I'm definitely getting this game once it comes out. This is me, Bobbert, and I'll catch you guys later.